What's up, everybody? It's the Oklahoma Prepper. Today I'm sitting out here in my garden. It looks like poopy because I've been working out here in the garden all day. Ignore that the garden is overgrown. I am working on it, so let's get to looking around. There's some cucumbers that need to go in here in a little bit. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've gotten done and show you what pretty much the cost of some of this stuff was. And we'll kind of walk through a little bit of stuff. I know there's a spike. Oh, there's a spike in people trying to learn how to garden, and so for those of you that are here for that, um, pay attention. We'll get started. I'll show you a little bit. So I'm doing my tomatoes on trellises, and I'm using this 2x4 fencing. Tied wire fencing for this. You can see it's not welded, it is tied. And those are my tomatoes. Those are, I don't even remember what kind of tomatoes those are. Those are tomatoey tomatoes. Um, all of my tomatoes are indeterminates, which means they are going to be trellised up. This, you can see that hose and that PVC, that's my, going to be my drip irrigation system. These are Cherokee Purple. I just got these in today, and for those of you who are freaking out because they are buried right up to the first set of leaves, indeterminate plants grow roots really high up. As you can see, some of these are in holes. That is because once they grow up a little bit more, I will cover them up to get a good, better base. I did that with those two up there in the tire. I did that with those, and they are doing great. This is a little hand tiller that I bought at the dollar store. It was $8. It did break, but it did its job for a good 2 minutes. Again, the trellises are made up of 2x4 fencing and T-post everything. As far as the fencing and T-post, I got for free. You can get it pretty cheap, if not free, if it's been used, which mine has been. Arch trellis. It was just something I had here at the property. The only thing really, as far as I've got a few hand tools, little hand trowels, and a few little decorations like the hummingbird feeders, water sprinkler, just some stuff I did pay for, of course. Bought brand new, but most of the stuff, like the materials such as the fencing and stuff, posts, I got for free. Onion patch, I made a mistake, planted my onions too close together. I can't hoe them. So yeah, watermelons, I got a few of them here. Now I know this looks horrible, but you can tell just by looking at the dirt. We did get some rain last night. We were supposed to be getting hail. Thank goodness we didn't get very much of any big hail. So I didn't have to worry too much about my plants. Had that been the case, I've got a bunch of 5-gallon buckets. I would have just put the buckets over the plants in hopes that it would help protect them. That is why there's quite a bit of short grass in here. It did rain, and man, I tell you what, as soon as it rains, you can sit here and water this all day long, every day for a month straight, and not get near the growth as one good rain. Cucumbers, I just did this goat fencing. I got this given to me. Somebody was taking out some old fence, and there it is, folded up. somebody was taking out some old fence and brought it to me. He knew I was going to be using it for this kind of stuff. T-posts as well, they came with it. Cucumbers, I did put these down today. So as soon as the sun goes down a little more, I'll get my first watering on it. Now this looks like I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see I used tie wire, big mistake, because out of all this tie wire that I used up, I could have done a lot of things with it. Tied up a lot of fence, fixed some stuff. Just like the old saying, if you can't fix it with baling wire and duct tape, it can't be fixed. Some things you just don't use baling wire for. And fence trellis or cucumber trellis is one of those things. Cattle panel, I will be putting that to use as well. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Possibly an arch trellis. This will get fixed up a little bit better. Tabasco peppers, these just went in. There's 6 of them down there. They just went in today. Jalapenos, cayenne peppers, a bunch of bell peppers. See, these are Big Berthas, and then the next, after this 6, the next 6 is going to be, what are these called? Sweet cherry banana. It's like a sweet bell pepper. Apparently they're really, really sweet. So in this area, I am going to be putting in some squash, okra, and zucchinis. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for all of it, because I still got a lot of stuff to go. Watermelons, got a lot more watermelons. Some cantaloupes came up. Quite a bit of cucumbers. Quite a bit of squash. Now, like I said, I did buy some more squash, but I'm going to let that grow for a little while, and then I will be planting them monthly, and as they are a 50-day producer, which means after 50 days they've pretty much ran their, well, they produce quite often, really fast, just like okra. I'm going to have to stay on it, just like the okra and squash. After one day with okra, if you haven't picked it, it's too hard. We'll go over here. I'm doing this on my phone. I was going to go live, but apparently I ain't popular enough to go live, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and just record and go. So for those of you wondering about learning how to garden, go to Walmart, pick you up some of these little 72 cell or even a few 6-packs of trays. Get you some starting soil. Do not use potting mix or anything like that. Use starting soil. That potting mix is mostly a mulch. You don't want a lot of mulch. You want a lot of dirt. Okra, moonflowers, zucchini. Yeah, zucchini. These are some, I don't know, I don't remember what these things are. They were some kind of bulb. I don't remember what they are. I planted those for Dad's grave, and go out and transplant them and plant some around here, around the house later on once they get up. Pay attention to the seed packs. You see some of my squash is not doing good. Some of my cucumbers not doing good. So the only thing that really is doing decent is these watermelons. The cantaloupe even's not doing that great. When you're planting seeds, pay attention to the back of the, that ain't good, that don't need to be out here. Pay attention to the back of the seed pack. It tells you a lot about how deep to sow your seeds, this, that, and the other. I've got more tomatoes than I can shake a stick at. These are the bulbs of what I was going to plant, and I forgot to do these today. You can also get these little paper, not really paper, they're biomass. It's basically recycled paper. All you got to do is plant your vegetables or fruits or whatever you want, and once you get ready, instead of transplant them, all you got to do is dig your hole and put that entire pot. The roots will grow through it. All of these, you can see the peat pods. These right here, I just transplanted, well, not really transplanted, I just planted them in some bigger stuff because they were growing into each other. Some more okra. Out of 2 cell trays, that either did not germinate or did not come up. I'm very happy with that because there's more tomatoes right there. So I'm going to have a lot more tomatoes than I'm going to have to plant. I have given some away here in the last couple days, which was very much needed. This is not good. Don't know why that got there. A lot of my material, this little tray that I'm using as a gathering basket for fruits and vegetables, that I got that at dollar store. Little planters. These are marigolds. Got them at the dollar store. Really quick, sorry about that ADD. Back to starting stuff with these little seed starters right here. These little peat pods. They come in a little disc about that big around and about that thick. Just add water to it and they grow. And they have a little hole down there in the middle. You just put your little seed down in there, cover them up, and keep them watered. They will grow. For those of you, please help me identify this. I don't know what it is. This was given to me at my dad's, sent to my dad's funeral, and I would really love to try to make it live, keep it. It's doing okay, even though it doesn't look like it. I have no idea what it is. I keep it watered. I don't know if it's a full sun or partial sun. I don't know. No matter what I do, it still does this on the leaves. So please, somebody please tell me. Back to starting plants. You can even start them in these little cups. I've got these little cups right here. These I would prefer because once these are germinated, once I'm ready to transplant, all I have to do is bury the entire cup and not really have to worry about transplanting as much. So a lot of my starts, I did get a few starts because I wanted to just hurry up and put some in the ground. I think these are, I want to say these are $3 a 6-pack, which is not bad. Well, where I get them is not bad. So I bought 2 flats. I bought a flat of cucumbers, which I forgot. I'm still going to need another entire trellis because I got another 2 6-packs of cucumbers. I did buy some squash as well, and you can see a little hand rake I bought at the dollar store. Miracle Grow potting mix. I'm not sponsored, of course. I'm too small for all that kind of cool stuff, but that's what I use. You can see it does have some mulch in there, but very, very little. It's mostly just dirt. So there you go. But yeah, I've got a lot of tomatoes and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. My tomato patch ain't going to be big enough. Project right there, that avocado, it ain't doing nothing. I don't know how these things work. Just playing around with it. I got another project around here somewhere. It is a stalk, the stem of a lettuce. It was alright. Not sure what this is. These are tomatoes, I think. They might be tomato. I know I've got some. No, those can't be tomatoes, because those are the only tomatoes I put in the 4-inch pots. If you're going to be planting tomatoes, plant marigolds with them. Not with them, but in the general area. And these are your sacrificial plants. Every plant has a companion plant. figure out what your companion plant is and plant that near your fruit or your vegetable. There's that lettuce. It finally, I guess, gave up. And the reason for this is I will plant some marigolds. I've got some marigolds planted there at the house, here in the garden. And all I did was I went to the dollar store and bought me one of these boxes. I actually got a bunch of these boxes. $1.50 for this box of marigolds. And it's mostly just some kind of filler. You can see those little white specks. It's mostly like a sand. There are some seeds in there. For $1.50, it says at least 325 seeds, I believe. For $1.50, can't go wrong. For cheap. So back to my tomatoes. I got beefsteaks, sweet 100, or they're not sweet 100s. I don't know what they are actually. They are sweetie tomatoes is what they're called. That's what the seed pack said. I have Brandywine. A lot of these are, my Brandywines are in here somewhere. I know that's a 6-pack of Brandywine that I transplanted earlier. Sweets. I don't know what I do with my Brandywines. Either way, but I've got a bunch of Brandywines and some jalapenos. Didn't do too good on jalapenos, so I'm gonna have to buy some more 6-packs, some more starts. But yeah, all you've got to do, put a seed in there, cover it up a little bit, depending on what kind of seed it is. If it's a tiny, like a tomato seed, just a little bitty hole. And I did get these dowel rods. This is not for this. I don't know why this one's out here. But you can get these little packs of dowel rods at the dollar store from the crafts area. Just put your little hole down in there and then put your seed in and then cover it a little bit, however deep it says. Take your little ink pen and measure out a 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, or 1/2 inch, depending on the size of the seed. Usually the seed goes down, let's see, usually the hole is 3 times the size of the seed. So if you've got a little tiny tomato seed, you ain't going in very far. So yeah, just keep it watered every evening. What I would suggest on stuff like these little 6-pack plants, this tote right here, I'll usually put about that much water in it, set my 6-packs in there and let them soak up from the bottom up. That will ensure that the entire pack is, all of the dirt is watered really well. You don't really want to water too much from the top. You will not only wash your seeds out, which is probably what happened throughout all of this little mess, and you don't want that. So I think that is going to do it for this video, guys. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've been busy. We're working, even though we're working a few hours a week. I'm working 24 hours a week right now. And I do work nights, so on my days off, I have been trying hard to get as much stuff as I can done around the house, yard work, garden work, anything, you name it. I'm trying hard to get it done. So I haven't really done too much of any YouTubing. I do have some videos that are in production. This was just a quick update. I do have a BioLite Solar Home 620 that I'm going to do a video on. I just bought about a one-person month supply of freeze-dried food. I will be doing a video on that as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Really quick, that little habanero right there was not here yesterday. I planted these about a week ago and been watering them every day since. That is the power of rainwater. Which reminds me, I have been fighting so hard to figure out a idea for a rainwater catchment system. I cannot find any blue barrels, which is what I would like to use, or any kind of barrels. And I literally woke up in the morning and thought, dang it, why didn't I think of this? I think these are about $7 a piece at the dollar store. Bam, rainwater collection system. Really quick, I'll show you what I'm doing. I drilled a hole right there and set it on there temporarily. Once I get all the plumbing stuff, I'll connect them, get some more barrels. I'm also going to do a composting barrel out of this. Black barrel, awesome idea. There's some, it's not mulch, well I mean technically it is, but kindling for my wood stove. I was using some of these mineral tubs, or well, this one mineral tub and a few 5-gallon buckets. It doesn't hold a lot of water, but yeah, trash barrels, trash bins. I think it's 20 gallon. I thought it was a 30 gallon. Anyways, they make decent rainwater collection barrels. Alright guys, now that is going to be it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching this video. For those of you who haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are doing during this this virus thing that's going on. I ain't sure what to call it. But let me know how things are going in your area and what you have done to contribute to yourself in this few months that this has been going on. I am an essential employee, unfortunately. Well, I guess that's fortunate. However, with my hours cut down, I did manage to get a lot of stuff done that I haven't done in a while and get caught up on some gardening, which now is falling behind because look how messy that is. But yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep prepping.